Good morning, Year 2. It is Thursday, the 25th of February, and it's time for Maths with Mrs. Wood. So if you have got the green workbook at home, this is the right video. So today, we're working from page 13, so make sure that your book is open on page 13. You've got your whiteboard and pen ready, and you are in your learning position, sand and rock sitting, and ready to go. So just like we would in our maths lessons, let's start with a maths warm-up to get ourselves in the maths mood. So I have got here 2 dice on my board. This is my tens dice, I'm going to imagine, and this is my ones dice. I'm going to make 5 2-digit numbers, and then I'm going to add 10 more to each of those 2-digit numbers. Are we ready? And then you're going to write the answer on your whiteboard. So my first number, I have got 2 10s and 1 1, which means I've got 21. On your whiteboard, can you write down 10 more than 21? Now remember, when we're adding 10, what changes, what stays the same? Can you remember our rule that this is a learning that we did right up until before Year 2 closed? So it's not that long ago, but it's been a little while since we've been back in school. So what's the rule when we're adding 10? What changes and what stays the same? So 10 changes and the 1 stay the same. So 21, 10 more than 21 is, let me see if I can hear you, 21, 31. So you should have written down 31, 21, 31. Okay, let's roll again. Okay, I've got just 1 10 this time, so that means I'm going to have a teen number and 4 1s. So my number is 1 10 and 4 1s makes 14. So what is 10 more than 14? And I want it to be something 4. 10 more than 10. What comes after teens numbers? 10 more than 10 is 20. So my number is going to be 14, 20. Oh, this is a bit of a tricky one. So 10 more than 14 is 24. Let's roll again. Okay. This time then, we've got 2 10s and 6 1s. So 2 10s and 6 1s gives me 26. So what is 10 more than 26? 26, 36. So you can see my 20 has increased 10 more to 30. And my 6, my 1s are still the same. So 26, 36. Okay, 2 more, let's have a go. We've got 4 10s and 5 1s. So 4 10s and 5 1s makes 45. So what is 10 more than 45? 45, 55. You should have written down. Now, if Mrs. Wood's getting a little bit too fast for you, just pause your video and then come back to it. So 1 more. Let's do this one super quick. Okay. Ooh, 6 10s this time and 5 1s. So what number is made from 6 10s and 5 1s? 65. So what is 10 more? Can you whisper to me? 10 more than 65. 65, 75. 65, 75. Well done if you got all those correct. And if you've got 2 dice at home, we could make 2 dice. Have a go at rolling the dice and then finding 10 more than the number that you have made. Imagine that 1 dice is your 10s number and 1 dice is your 1s number. So 1 dice is how many 10s you've got. So how many 10s? And 1 dice can be how many 1s you've got. Okay, so let's start today's learning and have a look at our learning question for today. So as I said at the start, today we're looking at page 13. And the title at the top of your page should say the number line. So you should be looking at this page. And these books are really super because if we're struggling, even after Mrs. Wood's video, there is a little helpful page there that I find really useful. So each activity comes with a helpful page as well. So Today it says that we are placing and estimating the position of a number on a number line. So we're looking at number lines like Mrs. Wood's number line at the bottom here, and we're placing numbers in the correct place where we think they go. We're writing down the number that we think should go on the number line, but we're also estimating. Who's heard that tricky word, estimate, before? That sounds quite a posh tricky word, doesn't it? Estimate. Estimate. What always estimate means is a good guess. So if you are estimating, you are using what you already know to make a guess. So it's not a random guess out of thin air, it's using what you already know to help you. So we're going to be guessing the place of numbers on a number line, where they go, or what's on the number line, and placing numbers in the right position. Okay, so Mrs. Wood's got a number line here. Now I've got some missing numbers, so I need to use the number line to help me to work out what is missing on my number line. So first of all, I'm going to see what my number line is counting in. Okay, so I've got 0, 2, blank, 6, 8, blank, 12. What does it sound to you like I'm counting in there? 0, 2, blank, 6, 8, blank. Sounds to me like I'm counting in my twos. 0, 2. Write on your whiteboard what will go here. 4. 0, 2, 4. 6, 8. Write on your whiteboard what will go here. 10. Okay. So I've worked out that I'm counting in twos, but I've also got the other numbers on my number line here that the spaces just haven't written them on. Each space on the number line, on all number lines, is the same. So each space is worth exactly the same. So I have got 1 and 3 and 5 here. I just haven't written the numbers in. Okay. So this number line is going up in ones, but I've only written the multiples of 2, and then you had to find the missing number. Okay, this time then, what am I counting in here? So have a look at my number line this time, and have a look to see what I'm counting in here. So I've got 0, 5, 10, 15, blank, blank, blank. So which multiple, so reflecting back on yesterday's learning, and we were counting in different multiples, different groups, different steps. What am I counting in here? So yesterday we looked at counting in 2s, 3s, 5s and 10s, and well done to all those superstars that were on TT Rockstars yesterday, counting in 3s and practicing them. So what am I counting in here? What's my missing number going to be? Okay, I'm counting in 5s. Each space has got 5 in between. I just haven't written them in my number line. So I've got 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, and 15 to, write down your whiteboard what's missing, 5, 10, 15, 20. And I've got another 5 here that I haven't written on my number line. So 5 more than 20 would be 25. 25. 5 more than 25 would be 30. And in between each number, I have got 5, and I've shown you just here where I started at the beginning. I've got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, but I just haven't shown you on the number line. So each space is 5. Okay. So this time, yesterday I said that we hadn't looked at counting in 3s very much in year 2. So my number line this time, have a little look. What are we counting in here? Okay, so I've got 0, 1, 2, 3. And I've missed 4 and 5. I've got 6. And I haven't written down 7 and 8. So what are my missing numbers here? Can you work out what I'm counting in here? I've got 0, 3, 6. Comes out to 6 when we are counting in 3s. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. What's missing here? 15. Okay. 16, 17, 18. Could you work out what was missing? I'm counting in threes here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15, 18. Okay. So that should help you with the first part of your activity. But then after that, it is asking you to start estimating. Can you remember at the start of the lesson what Mrs. Wood said that tricky word estimate means? So estimate means when we make a really good guess using what we already know. So I've got here on my whiteboard a number line to 30. And I've got some stars here. Now my number line is counting in fives. I haven't got every single number on the number line. I've just got every 5 spaces I've written my number. So it's a number line from 0 to 30, but I haven't written each individual number on. I've just written in gaps of 5. So I've got 5, then another 5, then another 5. If I were to write them all on, I'd have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I'd like you to do now is pause the board and estimate and work out what numbers you think I have got or should be where the stars are. So you need to think about what number is on the number line. So look at what you already know. So for the first one, the star, the line, is just before the 5. So what number do you know that comes just before 5? So what could this number be here on the number line? Okay, so write it down on your whiteboard. So I think this number would be about 4. This is where about 4 would be. And we can say about because we're estimating. Okay, now my next missing number is a star. And it's next to number 10, but it's not right before number 10. It's not, I wouldn't say it's going to be number 9. It's not close to number 10. It's just a little bit before. So I estimate that that number is going to be 8. About 8. It could be 8, it could be 9. I think it's about 8. And I think 9 would be more like there, a bit closer. Okay, my next one is coming just after 15. That line is really close to 15. So what comes after 15? Straight after 16. Okay. So let's go on over here now to my next star. So the number I've got on the number line before is 25. Now this line here isn't straight after 25, so it's not going to be 26. What do you think it could be? I think it's going to be about, remember I can say that because I'm estimating, 27. Okay, so I've just estimated the numbers that I think go in the stars. Okay, now this is a little bit tricky this time because I've only got 0, 10 and 20. I haven't been bothered to write all of the other numbers on my number line. So I've got on my number line, let's make sure you see it nice and clearly. I've got 0, 10 and over here I've got 20. Okay, but I just haven't written all of the other numbers. Make sure that you can see that nice and clearly as well. There we go. Okay, so I've got 0, 10, and then 20 over here. So I need to think first of all about what's going to be in between, because the very, very big gaps. There's 10 there and 10 there. And I don't want to get my pen and write 1, 2, 3, all up to 10 and write every little space along the number line. The first thing I need to do is work out what comes in between 0 and 10. So in the middle of 0 and 10, I should have 5. And then between 10 and 20, I should have 15. So that makes my number line a little easier to read now. So now I'm going to have a go at trying to guess and estimate what numbers are where the stars are. So the numbers that would be where the stars are. So I've got a number here. Now it's definitely closer to 0 than it is to 10. Now I've put my 5 in there. That does help me a little bit. And I think that number is about the number 4. It's not going to be any higher because it's closer to 0 than it is to 10. Now my star here is much closer to 10 than it is to 0. Now what number do we know that comes just before 10? Right next to 10. I think that's going to be about number 9. Okay, let's look over here. Now this number is after 15, but I think it's not quite next to 15. I think this number might be about 17. Okay, so estimating is using what you already know and making a good guess. So that should help you then with today's activity. So you've got fill in the missing numbers. Okay. This one you've got to find 15. So look closely at what the number line is counting in. And question 3 is all about estimating. So remembering what estimate means and that it's a good guess using what we already know. But look closely at what the number line is counting in. Although they're counting in ones, have a look at the numbers that have been filled in for you. Okay. Now I have got a challenge today. And my challenge is on your whiteboard for your grown up, and we can swap, is I would like to draw a number line from 0 to 20. Okay? And I would like to write so 0, 10, straight in the middle because 10 is in between 0 and 20. And then on your number line, I would like you to put some little circles or little arrows or little spaces, and your grown-up's got to try and estimate what number they think goes in that space. So that's my challenge for today. Drawing an empty number line and then leaving some spaces or little stars, and your grown-up has got to work out what number they would think would go in those stars. Okay, well done year 2. I'll see you for Friday's learning tomorrow. Bye-bye.